It's possible that you don't have a lot of time or money to spend on marketing your new business. Does this mean that the only thing you can do now is wait until your business starts making more money? Of course not. Stay with us until the end of this video and we'll show you how to start your own business without any money. You don't have to pay for anything to use eBay as a place to sell things. If you want to sell something, you might want to think about using eBay. You can sell things that are cheap or in your price range on eBay, like things you find at thrift stores or flea markets. Once you have some money, the next step is to find a part of the market that isn't being served well and sell things to those people. You really only need one thing, so make sure you have something to sell. Your resume writing business can be successful even if you don't have any money. A very small amount of money is all you need to get started with a resume writing service. Before you can start working on it, you'll need to decide on how you will start it and what kinds of resumes you'll make. When you're writing a resume, you don't need to use a lot of words, but you do need to use short, clear, and convincing phrases. Because writing a resume can take a lot of thought, it might take you a while to get better at making resumes that help your clients get the right job. To be thought of as a professional resume writer, you need to have the right certifications and a good marketing plan. For your business, you will also need a computer, a printer, business cards, and a website. Tutoring is a great way to start a business that costs nothing. Because these services can also be accessed online, tutoring has become a very attractive and profitable business opportunity. Children who don't speak English as their first language can use these tutoring classes to learn and improve their English skills. You can look for tutoring jobs on websites like VIP Kids, GoGo Kids, Preply, and QKids. You only need to know English well, have a bachelor's degree in English, have a computer, and be connected to the internet at a very high speed. Proofreading is a business that's all about skills and doesn't require any money to get started. You can run a successful proofreading business from the comfort of your own home if you are good at finding mistakes and know the language well. Some mistakes are so small that you might not see them if you don't have a good eye. Proofread Anywhere has training classes that you can sign up for if you want to start a side business as a proofreader and you think you could be good at it. All you need is a good eye for detail and the ability to keep your mind on the paper the whole time. You'll also need a computer or a tablet to be able to work. The business of providing transcription services can be successful even if no money is put into it. You can find a course that will teach you how to turn audio and text into written forms so that you can make money while working from home. Transcription services are needed by many businesses like doctors, lawyers, and other professionals. After you finish the training and learn what you need to know, you will be able to start working as a transcriptionist. You only need a transcription program, a USB headset, an industry-specific dictionary, a text expander, a file converter, and, if you're not very good at grammar and spelling, a program that checks your work. Writing services online is an extremely lucrative industry. When someone doesn't have enough money to start a business, the first thing that comes to mind is online writing services. You should write because you enjoy it, but you don't need to know much about it to do it. Because the internet is so widely available, it is now possible to start a successful career as a freelance writer on a very small budget, or even with no budget at all. Start by writing on your own, and if you need help along the way, you can always hire freelance writers to help you and to teach you as you go. You'll need a computer, a quiet place to write, and software that can help you fix both grammar and spelling mistakes. Managing social media platforms is a great addition to our list of business ideas that don't require a lot of money. At the moment, you don't need a degree to start in the field of social media management. To be successful with social media, all you really need to know are the basics of each platform and how to run an account. In the 21st century, when digital technology is so important, one of the most important parts of running a successful business is keeping up with the latest marketing trends. You should be good at marketing and know how to use a number of different social media platforms. Also, you need to know how to manage an account and keep your emotions in check when sharing things on the internet so that you don't make any mistakes. Consulting is a unique type of business that can also make a lot of money. A person who is very knowledgeable about a certain field and can give good advice to others could start their own consulting firm. Consultants are helpful not only for big businesses, but also for people who don't know what to do in a certain field or how to move up in their careers in that field. You need a certification if that's needed in the industry that you want to work in, some networking skills, and the skills and certification needed in your consulting area. Writing ebooks can make you a lot of money, and you don't even need any money to get started, only your skill. Most people don't find it too hard to write an ebook these days. If you can write and want to publish a book, you could write an ebook and sell it on Amazon if you wanted to make a little extra money. If your book is about teaching people how to do something, you might also want to sell the course that goes with it on Udemy. To make an ebook, all you need is a good idea and a reliable way to get your work out there. Making graphics is one of the most well-known and successful low-cost business ideas. Since graphic design is in such high demand right now, it's not hard to start your own graphic design business if you have the right skills. Graphic designers can start their own businesses and work on their own without needing any extra equipment or supplies. If you're creative and good at coming up with new ideas, this could be a great place to start if you want to start your own business. Read on if you are creative and good at thinking of new ideas. To be successful in this field, you need a degree in graphic design, some knowledge of information technology, and a good sense of how to talk to people. Craftsmanship enterprises may be good for a business if they are set up. If you like making things by hand and there is a market for those things, you might want to think about starting a business that sells those things. After all, what good is talent if it doesn't make money? Crafts can be broken down into many different subcategories, such as jewelry making, bead crafts, paper crafts, needle crafts, and home decor crafts, just to name a few. To start your own craft business, all you need is a place to make crafts and a way to get people to buy them, and a place to store them. If you need money but don't have much, you might want to start a business painting houses. Some people decide to paint houses as their full-time job so they can make more money. To get things going in the right direction, you will only need a small amount of money, but in some places, you need to get certified before you can start working as a painter. Start by painting in your own home to get some practice, and then move on to more difficult projects. Indoor painting requires less equipment. All you need is a certificate, some basic knowledge of how to paint, and the right tools. Training dogs could be a good way to make money as a business. If you love dogs and find that you have more in common with them than with people, dog training is a great business to start. The amount of money you make depends not only on how skilled you are, but also on where you live. If you live in a place where there are no dogs and want to start a dog walking business, you won't be successful. To be successful in this field, you need to know more than just how to love dogs. You also need to know how to change a dog's behavior. Another idea for a business with low startup costs is to buy and sell used books. You will be in charge of stocking books at first, which you will then sell to customers. It takes a lot of time and work because you have to look for places where you can buy books at big discounts. You just need some books to sell and a website, which you can make for free. The cleaning business is easy to start, and even though there is a low barrier to entry, the profit margins are still high. It only requires a small investment from the person taking part, and how much money they make depends on how good they are. How much work you have to do will depend on whether you want this to be your main source of income or an extra source of income on top of something else. Figure out a plan of action that will work for you and then follow it to the letter. If you only want to do this as a side job and not as your main source of income, you should limit the number of clients you take on and focus for now on basic cleaning tasks like dusting, vacuuming, and mopping. If you want this to be your full-time business, you will also need to come up with a plan and follow it. You just need a few cleaning supplies, some basic cleaning skills, and some basic cleaning tools like a vacuum cleaner, a mop, and some dusters. These are some of the best business ideas that can make you money, which is especially important to remember if you don't have a lot of money or any money at all. A big business costs a lot of money to run, and you also need a lot of money to make a lot of money. If you don't have any money, the best thing to do is start a series of low-cost businesses with low risk. After that, you can either use the money you've saved to start the business of your dreams or stick with the one that you already have and make it your main source of income. What do you think about the different business ideas that we gave you? Which one did you like best, and why did you like it the most? Tell us about it in the comments section below. On our end, that's everything. I'm so glad you took the time to watch this video. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel's updates and give it a like. See you next time.